In my last video, we looked at the role of the father in attachment. And one limitation of research into the role of the father is that there's confusion about the research question itself. And that's because psychologists are not always studying the same thing when they ask about the role of the father. I'm David Meeker, and in this video, we're evaluating studies into the role of the father in attachment. If you'd like free note scaffolding, a PowerPoint, and an interactive revision exercise on this topic, check out the link in the description. I started by saying that there's confusion about the research question, and that's because some researchers examine fathers as secondary attachment figures, meaning the father supports the mother, who's assumed to be the primary caregiver. And from this perspective, fathers are often seen as having a distinctive role, particularly in play, stimulation, and encouraging independence. Other studies, though, focus on fathers as primary attachment figures, especially in families where the father's the main caregiver. And in these situations, fathers may take on roles traditionally associated with mothers, such as providing comfort and routine care. Because these two types of research examine different family arrangements, they often reach different conclusions. And that's the reason why it's difficult to give a single answer to the question, what is the role of the father? It depends on whether the father is acting as a primary or secondary caregiver. Another issue is that research findings are often conflicting. For example, Grossman and colleagues carried out a longitudinal study and concluded that fathers typically act as secondary attachment figures with an important but distinctive role, especially in play and stimulation. However, other research suggests that children can develop normally without a father present. Studies of single mother families and lesbian parent families show that children's emotional and social development in those circumstances is similar to that of children from two-parent heterosexual families. An example is a study done by McCullum and Golombok in 2004, which found no significant developmental differences in children raised in same-sex parent families. And this conflicting evidence means it is unclear whether fathers have a unique role that cannot be fulfilled by other caregivers. A useful counterpoint is that these findings may not actually contradict each other after all. Instead, they may show that family roles are flexible. In two-parent heterosexual families, fathers often do adopt a distinctive role, particularly in physical play and stimulation. But in families where a father is absent, other caregivers may take on these functions. In other words, the father role may not be biologically fixed, but instead be socially constructed. What appears to matter most is that the child receives both emotional support and opportunities for exploration, regardless of which caregiver provides them. A strength of research into the role of the father is its real-world application, in that the findings can provide reassurance and guidance to parents making decisions about childcare. For example, in families where the mother is the main earner and returns to work soon after birth, research suggests that a father can successfully become a primary attachment figure, provided he offers sensitive and consistent care. Similarly, research indicates that children raised in single-parent, adoptive, or same-sex families generally develop normally when caregiving is stable and responsive. Studies of families with two fathers also support this conclusion. Evidence suggests that both parents can share nurturing and play roles rather than one needing to act as a mother substitute. Overall, the key message is that the research to date indicates that children do not require a specific type of parent, but that secure attachments form with caregivers who respond consistently to the child's needs.